Breaking news, Alex loves his wife.
That's true. Facts.
Never gets old.
Like Chance the Rapper.
That's true.
Never gets old.
I love my wife.
Every time I meet someone for the first time that knows Alex, they say, he loves you. And I say, that's so nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is pretty nice.
He's obsessed with you.
It's true. Can I have my up a little in my headphones? And then can you turn Jackie a little bit down?
Are you trying to silence your wife on Valentine's Day?
She just...
Wow.
No, she's
Oh, wow.
so loud in my headphones.
Is this a Freudian slip?
Yeah, he wishes. He wishes. You just turn me up and turn her down.
Alex wishes life was kind of like a podcast, and he had the control knobs right at his fingertips.
I'm crying. Oh my God.
It's not going to get any better
Wrong
than
bitch. Alex Center.
Well, we certainly know what the intro is going to be.
Yep, that was it.
I love you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
Pookie.
Valentine's Day, baby. I'm so glad that we're doing this again. 3, 2, 1. Kevin.
What's up?
Jackie.
What's going on?
Yeah, how dare you not say your wife's name at the beginning of the podcast where your wife is on? First you tell me to turn her down, and then now you're not yelling her name at the beginning. What the fuck, Alex?
Typically, I like to just like talk to you real quick. The guest waits. We introduce the guest, and then the show begins. But this isn't like any other show.
You want to do a Jackie real quick?
Wait, 3, 2, 1. Jackie.
I sound like I'm in trouble.
No, that sounds pretty good.
No, that's what he usually does for me.
Yeah, it works really well.
Yeah.
Because
Pookie.
Bring a pet names to the pod.
It's Valentine's Day.
Let's cut that one, please.
Oh, you know it's not getting cut.
Oh, God damn it. 3, 2, 1. Jackie. What's up, baby?
Hi, babe.
Oh, it's good to see you here.
It's good to see you. I'm so proud of you.
We have a very special guest today. He's a copywriter. He's a producer. He's an editor. He's a funny guy.
He is a funny guy.
His name is Kevin.
He's a sweetheart. You forgot he's a sweetheart. It's Valentine's Day.
He is a sweetheart.
I don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
The reason why I want to bring that to the forefront is because I think the internet knows you a certain way. And I want everyone to know what a flippin' softie you are.
No, I'm a fucking asshole.
You're a smush.
Yeah, no, I'm a jerk. I'm a big
You're
jerk.
a softie. You're a sweetheart.
I'm hard.
You're just a teddy bear. And an occasional silly goose.
An occasional silly goose.
I definitely am a silly goose.
I'm also a silly goose.
But I'm hard.
Yeah. Kevin.
Yeah.
He is he's a great kid, right, Jack?
Yeah, I wouldn't call him a kid anymore. He's an
adult.
How long have you known each other now, Kev?
4?
4
almost
years?
4.
Yeah.
Going on 4.
Yeah.
I think.
Welcome to the podcast. It's been completely taken over by Jackie and I. It's now Jackie and I's podcast. Front and Center, hosted by Jackie Center, Alex Center.
Aww.
It's our podcast.
No, I would never take that away from him. He's worked so hard to build what this is.
That's fair. But yeah, Jackie,
it's fine.
If you don't know who she is,
Just bantering.
That's
what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
She's an entrepreneur.
Banter.
She's an inventor.
Shout out Love Island.
She's a businesswoman. She's my wife. She's a Valentine today, and it's Valentine's Day. So
You forgot.
Oh, she's an ex-ad
Visionary genius.
Visionary genius and former ad gal. So perfect timing because it's both Valentine's Day today, and also we just watched the Super Bowl of advertising, aka the Super Bowl. Jackie, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's really...
Oops, sorry. Sorry. Soundboard misfunction.
That was so loud in my headphones.
Whoops.
Holy shit. Kevin,
it was supposed to be claps.
We're going to go through the Super Bowl and then we're going to go through Valentine's Day story. So we have a lot to get to.
Okay.
Because we're kind of taking both of these things, smashing them together. You're an expert in both advertising and Valentine's Day.
And the Super Bowl.
What do you think of the game, Jack?
You mean the Rihanna concert?
The Rihanna concert. Let's start there. What do you think of Rihanna?
So I'm engaged and this is my hot take. What she did was iconic, truly. She was flying higher than any of us would ever go while pregnant. And although it wasn't as much of a spectacular with like the showmanship and the craziness. And like Jay-Z was in the building. He should have been on stage with her. Like that was a real disappointment because I'm a Jay fan. But I do think that like the style, the power, like the way that she rose up to the top of the stadium on like a piece of glass is not getting enough credit.
That's fair.
I thought it was sick.
Yeah.
I think every year my halftime show enjoyment is definitely correlated to the amount of weed I've smoked. And I smoked some weed right before the performance started, so I fucking loved it.
Damn, Kevin.
Same.
Yeah. Dude, you're so hard, you know?
So hard.
Dude, with the fucking drugs.
I smoke hella weed, dude.
The Zaza. Kevin's off the Zaza.
Hella Zaza.
Yeah.
I thought Zaza is pizza.
It is Za's pizza, but Zaza is weed. And I don't know when that happened. Because, Kevin, did you see the store in Williamsburg that's called Zaza R Us?
There's like several Zaza stores.
Yeah. Why?
Wait.
When did that happen? And where were Jackie and I?
Since the dawn of time.
Zaza?
No, I think like
Is it a
maybe
Gen Z thing?
I think maybe like this time last year, maybe a little bit.
Kevin, is that what the kids are calling it?
Is it a Gen Z thing?
I think it came from drill rap,
Drill rap.
but I'm
Okay.
not 100% sure.
Okay, that's actual facts. Kevin knows things.
I genuinely think you've stayed cooler because of the stew.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
for
surrounding
sure.
myself with young people.
Yeah.
They know things.
Yeah.
And they're cool.
Back to Rihanna's satanic halftime performance.
Is that what people are calling it?
No,
Why?
I don't-
Because
I
she
don't
was
know.
wearing red?
I don't know. I was just trying to do like a Tucker bit or something.
For whatever reason, halftime shows are super polarizing. People either fucking love them and it's the greatest thing they've ever seen in their life, or it's absolutely garbage, terrible. Like it was the worst. And I don't understand why there's no room for like it was good, but it wasn't that great, which is kind of my opinion. Which
I think
is,
because it's Rihanna.
I think it's great, but not like the best ever. I think that's fine.
There were a lot of people who were hoping that she would put like top 5 performances on the board because she's so innovative and she's so ahead of the curve and she's such a businesswoman that like I think the expectations were higher than most because it was her. I don't think that anyone was like, well, I shouldn't say anyone, but at least in my circle, which is a very particular type of kind of like Brooklyn millennial woman, there was a desire and I think a much different expectation than like Shakira and J-Lo.
I saw something online though that was like a clip of her performing in the past, and she wasn't all doing all that much then. And they were like, what did you expect from her? This is not really, she's not Beyonce. She doesn't like go crazy in performing. She's not like a dancer. She's just attitude and songs. And like, that's kind of all she did at the Super Bowl, which is like, obviously she's got so many bangers. She's got a fucking incredible catalog. And she kind of did like, I don't really give a fuck that much about this, even though it was the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, and it was fucking sick.
Which is pretty fucking amazing that she like has that kind of like, I'm just Rihanna, like I'm good enough to just kind of sing my songs and like not really do that much of a performance.
I saw a meme that, or I guess it wasn't a meme, it was like a tweet that turned into an Instagram post. Not really a meme.
That
you know
happens.
better
Same
than
thing.
me.
Same
I don't
thing.
know. We don't
But
have to.
someone said like, I love that Rihanna showed up and said, I am enough.
And I think that's fair. Like, I think that's good. My one thought about it is if she's pregnant, right, and she can't like do crazy performing, and maybe that wasn't even something that she would have done if she wasn't pregnant. I do think maybe maybe a couple more guests or a bit more of like a show around her was, because it was just one set, one stage.
I liked how
thing.
she didn't have guests.
I think that was her
that's
disruption.
that's
Yeah.
being powerful.
Yeah.
That's
was
being
pretty
the bad
minimal.
bitch that she is.
Because it would have been really easy for her to swap out that overcoat for a bunch of other like gorgeous overcoats. So it was obviously an intentional creative decision to go monochrome palette, like power in its scale, but like simplicity in its execution, which I think is very her. Like she's going left when everyone else goes right.
It wasn't doing too much for sure. It was very simple.
It was
And
a
I think-
decision.
and it definitely, to your point, was definitely like a thoughtful decision to not try to do too much and just be like, these are my fucking amazing songs. I'm on this fucking giant pedestal and like, I'm going to just, that's
Did
enough.
you-
That's enough.
But we
That's
all
cool.
thought Kanye West was coming down.
For all the lights.
Jay
it
was in the audience. Like Jay was in the crowd.
I think Jay-Z's
But-
role was to get Rihanna to go and perform, like Rock Nation, Apple, NFL. Like his role is more as a like executive behind the
Business
scenes.
mogul.
Like he's the one that booked Rihanna.
I feel like he doesn't need to go out there. The only person that I could have seen out there, ASAP Rocky, get a little
Yeah.
get a little fam thing going.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Speaking of Valentine's Day, did you guys see the clips of him in watching
Yes.
her?
Yes.
So sweet.
Yeah. Really adorable.
If my partner was doing something and I knew I was going to be on camera, I would be overly enthusiastic. Can't be caught lacking in that situation.
Yeah.
I'm just going to film you eating Arden's cookies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, listen, shout out to Arden. These cookies are phenomenal cookies. Yeah.
Yeah, they are really good.
Yeah, I'm glad we're on YouTube. People could see Kevin's reaction to his partner's cookies. Oh my God, they're so good. I just want to say something here. It's Valentine's Day, so I thought I would tell you. If you were performing at the Super Bowl, I would be even more proud than A$AP Rocky.
Aww.
Yeah, I would. It's
That's
true.
Cute.
He looked really proud, but I would be more proud than
What about all the miraculous shit I do every single day that no one sees?
Damn,
that's pretty much.
What about that?
She's pretty much in the Super Bowl of life and entrepreneurship and boss babe-ness.
Here's what you should have said.
Okay.
Every day is a Super Bowl with you, babe.
Damn. And every day I'm proud like A$AP Rocky.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
Let's move to commercials. So first thing we have to discuss is the M&M Spokes Candy drama. We've been talking about this for weeks, and I think the whole thing has been leading up to this fucking Super Bowl moment where M&M's was going to use the controversy of the M&M Spokes Candies. They got Maya Rudolph, and this was their moment. And Kevin, what did they do?
Clams.
That's legitimately what they did.
What the fuck?
What the fuck was that? They ran a commercial that was Mon Yaz, which is sort of the sort of Maya Rudolph rebrand of M&M's, and they ran this commercial about how M&M's was in as spokesperson that was replacing the Spokes Candies. She had replaced M&M's with Clam insides, right? Clam M&M's.
Yeah, chocolate covered clam bits, I think is what they said. Okay, so my hot take is that they couldn't have not known that clam means vagina.
I don't know if that was intentional. Like, I just think they were trying to
there's just no way.
I think after watching it again just now, I think they were trying to do is say that Maya Rudolph was a bad spokesperson. Like, she was making bad decisions for the brand. And so that's why they needed to bring back the Spokes Candy. I still don't get it. I just don't get it.
Everything about this was bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's a turducken of ideas.
Yes. Ever since Tucker came on and shamed them for doing International Women's Day campaigns.
Yes.
And they folded at the knee to Tucker Carlson.
Yep.
It's just been bad creative ever since. Every decision's been horrible. Who the fuck came up with clams?
Anytime you need to unpack what they were trying to say in a commercial, I don't care what kind of commercial, Super Bowl or otherwise, you miss the mark.
100% agree.
If we don't get it, branding experts...
Smart people.
I wasn't going to say, but you said it.
We are all smarter than the average bear.
We are. And we've spent weeks studying this, talking about this, literally trying to understand it. And we still don't really get it.
You literally were tapped.
Yeah. To talk about this to the New York Times as a correspondent to give a quote about this thing. And it's just
and here you are scratching your head when...
Doesn't make sense. I mean, one thing that is interesting, in the very beginning of the commercial, they tear down a Spokes Candy poster. And then at the very end of the commercial, there's a red M&M with a poster in the back that says, "Help me." There's this idea that the Spokes Candies are being held hostage, or they're that would have been good. They need other jobs or something. There's this idea that I think that these Spokes Candies, they had to move on.
They got displaced.
They got displaced by Maya Rudolph. And I think that's why maybe the idea was that Maya Rudolph is an evil person, maybe potentially, or she was
I guess, yeah.
I guess. And so to bring the M&M Spokes Candies back, which they did. So they ran another commercial at the very end of the Super Bowl, which after the game had ended, it was sort of like a post-game press conference with the Spokes Candies. And they announced that they were actually coming back and they were never going to leave.
The graphics looked a heck of a lot like the CNN graphics. So
really? Yeah. I guess that was the
third eye open,
right? They had
third eye open. That starts to get a little bit interesting. But I just think you're either not going to cave to the political pressures or you are going to address the political pressures. And what they wound up doing was kind of sitting in this muddy gray area of a cesspool of ideas that almost had an opinion. And I don't know where that leaves us.
Fucking muddy clam water.
But also shout out BBDO. Do they still have the account?
BBDO. Yeah.
I do love BBDO.
Yeah, Jackie.
Used to work there.
A former BBDO human.
Can we get one of them on the line to see what they were thinking with the clams? What does it mean?
Yeah, why clam?
Yeah, honestly, I have some friends that work there. I can tap them. One of my friends, Kelly, actually used to work on M&M's. Yeah. I think she's since moved on, but she worked on M&M's for years at BBDO.
I think it's just overall such a disappointment. I think, and I've been sort of predicting this, that all of their intentions to date have
Shout out
shown
Kelly Saucier.
all of their sort of like moves that they've made up to this point have shown that they are very out of touch with like what the internet culture is saying, the sort of general sort of conversation around their brand, and like they haven't been able to sort of use that conversation to better themselves, their cause, their ideas, their point of view. And I didn't think they were going to use Super Bowl in a way that was like gonna just like tie it all together and do it well. And this was like this. Even my expectations were low, and I was even left even more confused and disappointed.
Yeah,
by the whole thing. It was nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Verbal meme. Our expectations were low, but holy fuck.
Totally. Yeah, it was like they exceeded my expectations on how much they botched this.
I'm gonna stand up for advertising creatives for a second. It is so hard to get an idea through.
Oh, I bet.
And there's so much scrutiny on Super Bowl ads. And when anything can be misinterpreted or politically charged, everyone is on top of it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the CMO of Mars was sitting in those meetings of, like, global Mars. And when there's that many opinions in the room, it's almost impossible to get a thought across. And, like, when there's an ECD turducken of like bullshit and feedback, like to salvage whatever the original intention was, is like, we're not responding to what those reviews were. Yeah. We're responding to like the end result of a whole bunch of bullshit.
This has never been an indictment on advertising creatives. And I think we probably have some sympathy like working with clients. And it just seems it seems like in general, there are no good ideas that are getting through. Whether it be because, you know, these brands are scared or whatever the reason may be, there's a very like low likelihood of the creative being bad or like the creative side of it, like not coming up with good ideas. It's probably more likely the implementation and execution of the ideas getting through.
And it's a great point, though. I do think it's a great point of view, and that's why we're so glad that you're here outside the fact that it's Valentine's Day, and I love you.
Thanks, babe.
I do think it's very valuable and worth saying that, like, I'm sure there were good ideas that were brought to the table that were like, we're going to leverage this controversy. We're going to tap into it. We're going to like
every brief in that room, like
and do something controversial and bold and like take a stance.
Maybe not controversial. It's still M&Ms.
Okay. But maybe do something that was like boundary pushing or maybe something that was like
at least addressed it in a cool and M&M's like brand focused way. I think like their use of Maya Rudolph was really complicated and it should have been really simple. And I think just overall, like whenever there's internet fodder on anything, brands, even small brands, like take time to respond. And I think you need a lot of data, and like there's just like a very interesting thing happening right now with like the pace of like traditional advertising and the speed of the internet. They're no longer in a parallel that allows brands to be responsible and relevant, because the sheer nature of like how long those things take are a year and a half off pace.
Sure. And I think generally I would imagine there's a lot of fear at a company like Mars that if they take the Spokes Candy idea was like they are representing a new sort of modern consumer and they were going to tap into sort of cultural tensions. And, obviously it ruffled a lot of people the wrong way. And there is an idea that like the internet is like go woke and go broke because these people that like are offended by this stuff, and that's insane, but they are. And then they turn their back on them. They burn their Nikes and they sort of like say, we're not going to eat M&Ms. And to be fair, there are a lot of people in this country that are, sort of that belief. So I'm not shocked that M&M's, a giant corporation, would maybe try to distract us with like Maya Rudolph and Clam M&Ms and not really take a strong point of view either way. But like, that's why it's so confusing that like they even tried to do this in the first place. Was like having.
But I think there is a path down the middle of like being, oh, this controversy is really dumb. Like, I think they could have done something like that maybe could have leveraged both sides of being like, come on, like this is just candy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like maybe they strip it back.
Like the funny candy coated version of the Jesus ad.
Yeah.
How's that for a segue?
No, that's a good amazing segue.
Thank you very much.
But I agree with you. That's what they should have done. They should have made fun of this thing and been like, we can't decide on the personalities of candy. We're talking about Spokes candies. It's ridiculous. But Yeah, and
I don't know if it's ridiculous. Like, it really matters to a lot of people, but I also think that, like, if you have a mass brand, it's also okay to say that, like, this isn't my conversation. And I think that that's where they went wrong in the beginning.
Well, they shouldn't have made the fucking green M&M not sexy anymore.
that's true. And the orange M&M anxious.
Yeah.
Did you see in the end commercial?
Or they should have brought in backstories that rationalized it in a woke way. Like the slutty quote unquote M&M. What if she was just a positive, like sex positive, like feminist? Like there were so many ways to solve out of that didn't require like ham fisting the wrong direction.
Can I tell you something I thought was funny?
Ham fisting? What does that mean?
Ham fisting means like just bobbing, like just fucking it up.
When they're making the big announcement that the Spokes candies are back, the orange M&M was nervous in the ad. He was like, "Oh no, is this a good time to do this? Like, I don't know." And I was just like, I mean, it still continues to hit home. With
the orange M&M was leading that creative, so
yeah, he's too anxious, too nervous. Let's talk about Jesus, because in my opinion, Jesus won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Jesus did win the Super Bowl.
Well, since my last name is DeJesu.
Yeah, speak on it.
No, I'm just kidding. I was raised Unitarian Universalist very proudly.
So how do you feel about Jesus running such a hot commercial and the creative team behind Jesus really absolutely destroying it in a good way?
I don't want to speak first.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the ad was extremely captivating. I've been pretty keen on the Jesus ads. I've been noticing throughout the football season. I think the ad is pretty brilliant. It's Jeez, us.
Yeah.
It's highlighting the us and Jesus.
Yeah, putting the us and Jesus.
You know, a little unity play.
Mhm.
So I've thought that was smart all year. And they've laid down this brand of black and white imagery. And, you know, I think they pretty much just use photos. Right when it started, I was like,
Jesus,
where's this going? This has got to be Jesus. There's no way this isn't Jesus. And then I feel like, I don't know if it was the weed or if it was a good commercial, but
Zaza.
I was extremely captivated. I was like, oh my God, where's this going? Where's this going?
So I had the not the same experience because I didn't know that black and white meant Jesus. I just started listening to the music, watching these visuals, and I was like, is this an Apple ad? I was like, damn, this is like really beautiful and like really like captivating, because you know they do like the shot on an iPhone and it's like the best photos and
the best protest photos,
but it was just like all these like very captivating, very engaging, very sort of controversial at times, but like, you know, very important photos that represent today's moment. And then at the end when it was just like Jesus, and I was like, whoa, like who's doing their ads? Fucking Wyden? Like these are
one man can save us.
I mean, I don't know, it's just good ads.
Yeah, I mean,
who's doing them?
There was some, I don't know who's doing them, but there was some controversy. Shout out AOC, said that it was promoting and normalizing fascism.
AOC wears a shower cap.
Shout out to AOC.
Nice. It was a good plug.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's a good plug.
That's sick.
That's like Rihanna putting on the Fenty in the middle of her Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, that was good product placement.
What did AOC say?
She said that those images were promoting and normalizing fascism.
I mean, this is what I really want to say. What's that end tagline? It's like
Jesus.
No, it's Jesus loves those we hate. And it's like, who's the we? Because hate is really a charged word. And even a Jesus commercial condoning hate in any way, like that tagline literally in a Jesus commercial acknowledges and in some way like exacerbates the hatred in this country versus what it was actually trying to say, which was,
but I think that
Jesus loved the people we hate. Who's the we?
Jesus loves everybody. Like that's his like,
that's
thing.
what I'm saying. But like
that's his brand. That's his tagline.
Like
that's his
how are we saying that we hate people?
Well, I think that it's just on a
global platform. That's really my hot take on this. Like, it's like whether you're Jesus or not, like you have to assume that the people behind this are. I mean,
I just think that the past several years have showed an extreme divisiveness in our country, and I think that it is probably good to try to mend some of the relationships between people that, you know, I think.
The world has never been more divided.
Yeah, it's been very polarized. So I think there is divisiveness, and people genuinely hate other people who have different point of views.
So who's going to bring us together? Coca-Cola, M&Ms, or Jesus.
Well, here's the other thing that I was going to say. Did Scientology still have their buy this year?
They had one. I saw it. It was pre-show. It was like a little bit before the game. So
Jesus literally, like Scientology used to have those slots.
It did. Used to have.
So now Scientology didn't even get main stage, and Jesus came in.
Jesus had a big ad buy.
I mean, Jesus was there first.
Jesus had a lot of money.
Realistically.
Yeah, there'd be no Scientology without Jesus.
I guess, Jack, the people we hate.
I hate that.
But I guess what they're saying, and now that I'm thinking about it, is that both people hate people. So on each side... It doesn't matter.
That's not a Jesus message.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I guess he's saying that they're saying that Jesus loves everybody, because no matter who you hate, Jesus loves them.
But if you love Jesus, you shouldn't hate anyone.
I agree with that. I mean, that's
facts. That's undeniable facts.
That's a better message.
It's a reminder.
It's a reminder that there are...
I think this is where it gets very propaganda-y. This is like why that... And also, I will say, like, that black and white imagery was racially charged. I didn't have time to kind of count, like, the anger, like, kind of who was screaming or the intensity that they were. But as a viewer, it felt like they should have been more responsible. And I don't think that it was unbiased.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's...
Next topic. I don't want to get canceled.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
it was definitely biased towards Jesus.
I will say the music, that song, captivating. I'm just saying, like, it's a good song and a good, and I think that I just want to call that out. It's like one of the reasons why I feel like it's working is because of the music.
Yeah, that ad has me going back to church.
Yeah. The last commercial I think we need to talk about is Tubi, because I think a lot of people, myself included, are saying that Tubi either had the best commercial
right after the Jesus ad.
It was right after the Jesus ad, and so if you didn't see it, basically Tubi sort of created a stunt ad that faked people out. It sort of seemed like they were going back to the broadcast. So they had Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olson, the sort of commentators for the Super Bowl. They start talking, and then all of a sudden it appears as though on your screen, Tubi app starts opening up and starts clicking around. And you hear the clicking noises, and it was just meant to fake people out. And people, myself included, fell for it.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah. And I think, to be honest, in a game where there was a lot of like commercials about movies. There was a lot of commercials about like streaming content.
EVs.
Yeah, what about that big QR code that just had like a 30-second buy?
Oh, they were hammering the QR codes.
Yeah, a lot of QR codes. I feel like that worked really well for Coinbase last year.
Yeah.
And so people were like, we're going to take that idea, and it just didn't work.
Get the fuck out of here, Joe McHale, with your goddamn your goddamn big cat.
Yeah, your television
Nobody wants to watch your
about
show.
Cats. Yeah. I will say this Tubi ad worked for me in a really, smart way. The thing that I am struggling with is it's from a really like a very cool popular advertising agency called Mischief.
Oh yeah.
It's not Mischief. It's Mischief spelled MISCHIEF.
Properly.
It's Mischief. So now there's like Mischief, the agency that we all know that made the big red boots and like all the crazy cool things that we love. There's an ad agency called Mischief, and they're doing some of the best advertising.
That's cool.
Isn't that weird though? That
they should join forces.
They should join forces.
And they should say there's no I in
Mischief.
Damn.
Big brain thinking.
Yeah. It's hard to say who came first though. I don't know.
I don't know, but I just think it's very bizarre that there's two Mischief agencies that are actually doing really great stuff and kind of crushing it. And Mischief did this Tubi commercial.
Nice.
So
I mean, it's kind of what every agency wants to be, right? Is like disruptive at their core.
Troublemakers.
Yeah.
Troublemakers.
Speaking of, did you see the commercial about rock stars? They were saying like, stop calling yourself rock stars executives. It was targeting like ad executives and like ad executives in the world being like, stop calling yourself rock stars. And they had like Gene Simmons and like real rock stars.
That's hilarious.
Which was a pretty funny concept. It wasn't really well executed. So
I thought it sucked. There was one publication that had it ranked very highly in their top ads. And I thought it was just like, I thought that was garbage.
Yeah.
What publication?
I can't say.
Oh.
I talked too much shit about them.
Okay, moving on.
Ad week.
So that's a Super Bowl recap. So that's a Super Bowl recap.
Oh.
Lots of commercials that we didn't talk about, but there's lots of stuff. Can
I get one final thought in there?
Yeah.
I thought Skechers had a big win. With that Snoop Dogg commercial, it had me wanting to maybe look into some Skechers, and I think they might be cool now. I don't know.
Wow. Are you going to try to bring Skechers back, Kev?
I think Snoop Dogg did that.
Wow. I don't know if Snoop Dogg's influence in the fashion world is, but listen, I could be wrong.
I fully support Snoop Dogg getting his bag.
Yeah.
In any way, shape, and
some of those shoes look sick. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't tell if you're kidding.
Like in a like kind of like an ironic dad shoe type of way, but
That's
like
what they want.
maybe a little more. I don't know. They looked a little cooler. I don't know.
Listen,
This is working.
they paid a lot of money for you to think
feel
that.
way.
So
Good.
Yeah,
I mean, am I gonna buy Skechers? Definitely not.
it worked. Speaking of people getting that bag, Cardi B Offset had a placement in a McDonald's commercial that ran during the Super Bowl. It was all about couples. So we're going to talk about a couple of Valentine's Day stories here real quickly. The commercial kind of featured like a sort of a wedding, sort of dating game, I guess is the idea, where like couples try to guess,
newlywed game.
Newlywed game. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Where they guess kind of like their partner's preferences for things. And it was about McDonald's, kind of what their partner's preferences were. It was featured a bunch of real couples, I guess, and then one of them was Cardi B and Offset. This was a very, I think, smart sort of tie-in with Super Bowl happening on Sunday before Valentine's Day. So then to have a commercial kind of about love, and then to then launch a Cardi B and Offset meal on Valentine's Day, that's good planning.
Yeah, it's good. Good stuff.
So the meal, as we talked about on the show a lot, never features anything new. It just features like what people like on the menu.
Sorry, Alex. They actually feature barbecue sauce in this meal.
Oh wow, such a big innovation.
Do they not have barbecue sauce?
No, they do.
We always thought,
but it's a combination, isn't it? About the unique kind of curation of what you do in your.
They can't design any new menu items. Like it throws a wrench.
I mean,
in the
if
system.
it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Well, yeah, they just like can't put that in their system.
Also, then it wouldn't be someone's order.
That's fair. I mean,
I actually like that they let people do that.
Yeah, it's kind of like what they would order. So
exactly.
So Cardi B likes a cheeseburger with barbecue sauce.
All right.
And a large Coke. That's her order. And then Offset likes a quarter pounder with cheese and a large high C orange lava roast.
Dude, that McDonald's high C is so fucking good.
Wow.
Holy shit.
With the big straw.
Yeah. I mean, people
straw.
love talking about McDonald's Sprite, but people are sleeping on McDonald's high C.
I'm not a big orange soda guy.
It's not orange soda. It's like fucking, it's high C, dude.
Oh, it's like fruit punch?
Yeah.
Which also I will say, I know
me.
no one knows you this intimately, but like the fact that you're not an orange soda guy is so off brand.
Yeah, I do love things that are orange.
You love things that are orange. You love
It's true. No, it's just facts.
Huh.
Do you like an orange chata?
What would our couple meal? The Ajax McDonald's meal. What would we put on it?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I like a kid's meal.
Like a chicken nuggets.
No, the chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich?
Right?
Like the McChicken? Yeah. We're not a big McDonald's.
No, we're not a fast food couple.
No, I know.
I'm a Sakara girly. Shout out Sakara.
We're into vegan meal plans.
Shit, sponsor the pod. I need a vegan meal plan.
Shout out to Sakara. Shout out to Territory.
Shout out
to our
to
meal
Sakara
plans.
if you'd like to get your first order, 20% off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exo Jackie SHHH.
You got a code for real?
Yeah.
Literally Exo Jackie SHHH.
She's really dropping
20% off. Changed my life. Just saying.
So many ads here.
That's
on
lit.
our program.
They call it transformative.
No, you got to bring
nutrition.
your own. You got to bring your own ads.
Mm-hmm. You ready? Bring
Listen,
your own
I'm
ads.
just trying to get my own bag. Those meals are so expensive. One day I randomly got a commission check for like a sizable amount of money. And I was like, who ordered?
Damn.
It was only 3 people.
We should make this a bit where guests bring their own ads to our
Yeah.
program.
Yeah, give me a follow on Instagram, Hatman's World. Buy some hats.
Oh, shit. God damn it, guys. Okay, I have a quote from Cardi B. Whether it's going for a date night or grabbing a bite after late night studio sessions, ... I'm always asking Offset to take me to McDonald's, Cardi B said. And now, quote, Offset and I have a meal named after us, ! I want all my fans to try it, especially with that barbecue sauce.
Yum.
Wow.
That's a good quote.
Her caption, though, is really
quote.
What a
Sorry, I didn't mean
compelling.
to cut you off.
Oh, I don't care.
What was her caption?
Her caption on Insta was like Cardi and Offset, like something. And she goes, he's a simple man.
It doesn't have to be bougie. That's what Offset said. Grab your date, grab some food, and have fun.
That's good. That's good stuff. That's
Cute.
wholesome.
I mean, Cardi B can do no wrong. And
I like them together.
And I think authentically, she can.
Shout out Ashley Kalmanowitz.
What? We're just giving out random
is that?
shout outs on our show?
Ashley Kalmanowitz is the older sister of one of my good friends from Baldwin High School.
Okay.
And she runs PR at
McDonald's?
No, at like Atlantic or whatever.
For Cardi B.
For Cardi.
I was waiting for this.
Sick.
Shit.
Shout out Ashley Kalmanowitz. DM me.
Shout out to Cardi B.
I want to get a shower cap to Cardi.
Yeah, could we get her on the pod?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, listen, she's electric.
She would crush.
She's electric.
She's been there for like a
numbies.
decade.
Numbies. Okay, moving on.
There's a lot of Baldwin kids there.
Drizzly hotline. It's called Drizz 1877 Drizz Me.
Good number.
And speaking of
Sounds
hot
too much like
corks,
this.
foamy
That's the
gin
point.
fizzes,
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all of this at your fingertips is a hotline for the team at Drizzly. And you call the hotline and you get the soothing sounds of foamy gin fizzes and hot corks and bubbling champagne.
Yeah, you have 3 options. I called the number yesterday.
Okay.
It was pretty underwhelming.
Yeah.
It starts with a sexy man telling you about the options, welcoming you to the hotline, and then telling you about the options. And then you can hit 1, 2, or 3. And I hit the cork popping, which was, yeah,
The eye roll.
cork popping. Yeah, it was,
It's ASMR type vibes.
I guess. But it's like they've got some sort of grain on it. So it's like, seems old school
Got
phone type thing.
What do you do after?
Jerk off. Sorry.
It's okay.
You just
I mean, it's a genuine question. It's just like, what? This is the most lazy idea. It's such a lazy idea. I feel like the sex line hotline thing for brands has just been like done a million times. You put in the velvet background and you do the sexy hotline thing, and it's just like, it's so bad. The only
Was Vitamin Water the first one to do it?
No, a million brands have done it, and I just feel like every one of
I'm
them.
about to do one.
And listen, it's
probably better.
It's
It's actually kind of dope. I'm not going to say what it is because people are listening. Shout out to my haters.
Okay, I don't love anything about this, but the one thing I do love, and Kevin's gonna know what it is. There's a thing in small print on the ad that says "not real disclaimer," and it says, "By placing this call, you're entering into an agreement that you are in fact a silly goose." That's
good. That's good copy.
You're also agreeing that lakes are better than oceans, pineapple goes on pizza, and humanity peaked with the 1996 Dream Team. This literally sounds like something Kevin would write.
Yeah.
And so apparently they're targeting you, Kevin. You're a silly goose. You're a silly goose.
Yeah, I mean, I think
You are entering into agreement that you are a silly goose? It literally says that?
It literally says that.
so. I'm legally a silly goose now since I called the number.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think you got the name Drizz Me. Maybe do a little bit jizz puns. I don't know to lean it a little bit further. Be a little naughtier. You're an alcohol you sell alcohol. You don't have to keep it totally PG.
Yeah, I appreciate them trying.
Yeah.
I just don't get what has anything to do with alcohol delivery.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Corks and fizzies
And Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I don't. It's.
I actually get it. I think it's the best that they could do, and it's not that bad.
That's
yeah, no,
fair.
I called the number. I thought the number. I think the number.
He's a silly goose.
This is this behind.
No.
I think this flyer, whatever it is, with the 1877 Drizz Me and the not disclaimer copy. I think that's really nice. I liked it.
That's my favorite part of it.
It got me to call, and now they probably own my information.
Mikey, he liked it.
He likes it. He likes it, Mikey. Okay, that's a super old reference, and we lost all of our Gen Z audience. But
isn't that why they listen? Because we have decades of experience.
All 3 of them. Yeah.
In referencing this bullshit.
Okay, I'm going to move on. Cracker Barrel, the restaurant chain, has an idea for Valentine's Day, and it's
I don't like being called old.
Say yes.
I'm young
Cracker
and
Barrel.
relevant.
You are so young and so relevant. You bring up a good point, and also so beautiful.
I'm 35 and
so
I'm young
charming
and relevant.
and so just fantastic. Quote, Cracker Barrel isn't just a restaurant. It's a place where care is the main ingredient. From the home-style food we serve to our warm, welcoming atmosphere, guests can expect the same familiarity and comfort of feeling cared for in everything we do every time they visit. This Valentine's Day, we want to extend our main ingredient even more by inviting guests to show the person they care about most how truly special they are, whether guests are celebrating big with their partner by submitting for our I Said Yes at Cracker Barrel Valentine's Day contest or enjoying our free dessert offer. All are welcome to show a little extra care this Valentine's Day.
I hate this so much I don't even want to talk about it.
You don't want people to propose to their partners at Cracker Barrel?
I just think that if you're a brand and you're going to try to cheapen someone's milestone moment, You better pay it off with something that's worth that.
You're saying getting entered into a contest to potentially win Cracker Barrel for a year isn't a big enough sort of reason to propose to your partner?
No, it's an entry into a sweepstakes.
Yep.
All right, well, let's back up. Who goes to Cracker Barrel in the first place?
Lots of people.
Who is the average Cracker Barrel enjoyer?
There's a lot of people.
And
People swear by it. People love Cracker Barrel. I bet you there's proposals that actually happen in Cracker Barrel, period.
For sure.
100%.
But like if you say like, oh, we're going to pay, I mean, I guess if you leave it at the sweepstakes and pay for 5 people's weddings, like that's a better incentive. But like if you were going to be, if Cracker Barrel releases something that's like, oh, we're going to do something for everybody who proposes at Cracker Barrel, you're going to get a fuck ton of people going to Cracker Barrel to propose and get free shit.
That's fair.
That's the Cracker Barrel way.
That's fair. I think Jackie's right, though.
Yeah.
It's hard to influence people's life. It just feels like
don't insert yourself there.
Yeah.
And if you do, make it worth it. Like
they could
even if the
wedding.
bar was higher and not everybody gets a pony, at least you should get more if you win the sweepstakes.
Cracker Barrel for a year?
Cracker Barrel for a year.
That's the best gift you could get.
No, pay for the wedding.
Nah, I'd rather have Cracker Barrel for a year.
Cater the wedding.
Yeah, cater the wedding would be cool.
Catering the wedding is cooler than free Cracker Barrel for a year.
Maybe you could roll it into catering the wedding.
I think Cracker Barrel, I think their intentions are fine. I think this is good, but just it's like, yeah, proposal videos at Cracker Barrel to enter a contest. It just feels for a chance to win. Just feels like you can't.
Too
little. And then, they were saying that you could get like a free dessert. That feels like if I propose a fucking Cracker Barrel, I need more than free dessert.
Yeah, what is it, your fucking birthday? Are they gonna come out and sing a song for you?
Yeah, a free dessert.
This honestly, it makes me feel like we're living in a dystopian future where we're selling our souls for
content.
No, I mean that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, they want you to send a video in, so they're going to use that video for marketing. So
free content, baby.
Yeah, they're gonna use the fuck out of your.
It honestly, it makes my stomach turn. I know it's not my pod, but next topic.
Topo Chico is here, and they have an idea. Topo Chico hard seltzer specifically, and that's send a scorpion to your ex. The story comes from the Die Line, the #1 place for packaging news, sustainability news, and the award show, which we are starting to finally get down to the final deadline. So if you are a procrastinator like we are, put in your Die Line award submissions today. The story is send a scorpion to your ex. So Valentine's Day, often a celebration of love. Topo Chico is kind of going the other way. This idea, starting February 10th through Valentine's Day or until supplies run out, Topo Chico hard seltzer will send a ex a whole edible scorpion flavored just like its strawberry guava. The scorpion comes with a heart-shaped box reminiscent of candy packaging and yellow in the Topo Chico yellow. And apparently the gift scorpion includes a 50% off coupon for Topo Chico hard seltzer variety 12-pack.
Wow, love a coupon.
Yeah. It's like what is happening?
So
send a live scorpion.
It's a fake scorpion or a real scorpion?
It's a real scorpion. I think you can
infused.
I think you can eat. Wait, it's an infused what?
It's an edible scorpion.
It's an edible scorpion.
Is it like in a sucker? Because like I know you can eat scorpions.
Maybe it's in a sucker.
So I guess it's like you can send it to. You're
oh my god!
a
Is
gift
it
to your
just
ex.
one of those gift shop scorpion lollies?
I think so.
It's not a real scorpion.
It sounds like this is like a gift to an ex you might want to like rekindle with. 50% off a hard seltzer pack. That's
that's
kinda,
get saucy.
Yeah, that's a little like you up.
Get saucy. Let's get saucy.
I mean, there's no way of denying it. If you send someone a gift on Valentine's Day, you're thinking about them.
Yeah.
So even if it's a gift that's a scorpion, like it's still. It comes in a heart-shaped box.
Yeah, what if Jackie sent a gift, a scorpion to one of her exes?
Yeah, I'd be like, maybe.
I don't even remember their names.
Oh, the best. They don't exist. Just me and Maddie Healy.
Seriously. Me, Maddie Healy, Big Cat, John Mayer sometimes.
Wow. What a list. What a list.
No.
Okay.
Nice.
Topo Chico. So the thing we have to talk about is that Topo Chico is not the only brand that's. I think they kind of stole
major height differences.
They kind of stole this from the Bronx Zoo. We talked about last year. They had to sort of send a cockroach program. They've been doing that for like 30 years. In this article, they talk about the San Antonio Zoo has sort of a fundraiser called Cry Me a Cockroach, where they send a digital card to sort of a not so special someone who basically is like a, sort of doesn't have to be an ex, but sort of someone that you hate. So this is kind of catching on.
And we covered last year the Bronx Zoo.
That's what I said.
Yeah. That shows I'm paying attention.
Yeah. Welcome to her.
Oh, thanks. Really tired. But I think last year we talked about how it definitely was for an ex when they were trying to make it like a good thing to send to the Valentines. But I also think that this year I really loved seeing on TikTok. Apparently, like there's a little bit of virality going around that like chicks are doing that and they don't care what they're telling. It's for exes.
Nice.
Yeah. So I hate
lots of TikToks.
So I hate that they both Topo Chico and the San Antonio Zoo essentially are stealing this idea from the Bronx Zoo.
I hate stolen ideas.
Yeah, this is kind of bullshit, right? I guess the San Antonio Zoo has the you can name the cockroach.
I don't hate people, but I do hate stolen
ideas. Ready for this? The San Antonio Zoo allows you to name the cockroach and then they feed it to an animal at the zoo.
That's
savage.
Super savage. Yeah. It is super savage. So that's not like you are a cockroach. It's like I want you to die.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty dark, but also kind of brilliant. So,
it's kind of hot.
I think the Bronx Zoo, shout out to them. They're the real innovators here. They're the ones that started all this cockroach.
Did they start?
Yeah. I think they've been doing it for 30 years or something, right? Remember we read that?
Yeah, it's been a long time program.
Yeah. So shout out to Topo Chico doing this in 2023, San Antonio Zoo 2020. So they're jumping on the bandwagon of sending exes or something.
It's just a weird ex gift. It's odd.
It's sort of an anti-Valentine's Day promotion, which to be fair, it's working.
Anti-created holiday gift.
Yeah. Go the other way.
I'm just really happy to have a Valentine.
Oh, wow. Me too. Me too.
It's just nice to be in love and not hate today.
Wow.
Nice.
It's a beautiful thing.
My Valentine's Jesus.
He loves the people we hate.
We don't hate anyone.
That's true. You want to hear the last
but
topic?
I got hella haters.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. But, I love them all.
So
being a successful woman on the internet.
McDonald's goes into partnership and love. The zoos are going against the grain. They're going the opposite way. Jimmy John's has a third way to go in, and that's through MILFs. Jimmy John's is tempting.
Yeah, Young Gravy is going through MILFs.
Yeah.
So Jimmy John's...
A third way in, MILFs.
Yeah. Jimmy John's is a sandwich chain. They are known for making sandwiches. But this Valentine's Day, they're releasing a sweet new dessert, the red velvet cookie, for a limited time. And so to honor the release of this sensational new treat, Jimmy John's is partnering with multi-platinum rapper. Real quick, is that true?
Can somebody fact check that?
I need to fact check that, because if Young Gravy, TikTok superstar and notorious fan of older women, is a multi-platinum rapper, then maybe I should put a little respect on his name, but because I don't believe that to be true.
Well, he had that one song last year that was big
played on TikTok.
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't even.
Couldn't tell you.
It was
Young Gravy. It uses a sample.
Yeah, it's a sampled song. Don't play it. We don't give no gravy shine.
American.
Betty, get money.
I don't know it.
Yeah, you would know it instantly as soon as.
Can you just? We can't play it. I know it.
Yeah, we don't.
I know it from his stupid face.
Yeah,
his stupid face.
Who made this?
Yeah,
get it off. Stop. Stop.
Oh boy.
Okay, so that's Young Gravy for those unfamiliar.
Who wrote this creative? A fucking 10-year-old?
And so, wait, we got to read it, Kevin. Jimmy John's is partnering with Young Gravy, TikTok superstar and multi-platinum rapper, and notorious fan of older women, to redefine the word MILF to mean moms I'd like to feed.
That's worse.
Wow. Why? Quote, I've been counting down the days until the release of the red velvet cookie, said Young Gravy. I'm sure you have, who released a new video in honor of the event. In the hilarious, over-the-top, dramatic, reality-style show video, Young Gravy is tasked with awarding a red velvet cookie to his favorite MILF. The winner may surprise you. I'm assuming it's that grandma on the front?
Yeah. MILFs are hot right now.
Wow. Yeah, MILF Manor.
MILFs
Young
are
Gravy,
all over the place.
Jimmy John's. So maybe they're just tapping into the cultural zeitgeist.
Yeah, they're tapping some MILFs.
This is just feels so wrong in so many ways. I hate this so much.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And it's probably because I hate Young Gravy's face. I just want to.
It's got a bad haircut.
Do you think that they purposely chose a not MILF to draw attention to the fact that it's moms I like to feed?
What are you calling that woman not attractive?
I'm saying she doesn't fit the standard archetype.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, I guess.
And Gravy be stroking. Sorry.
He likes old ladies.
Yeah.
It is quite a branding move for him to be like, my brand is that I love MILFs.
He's just jacking Jack Harlow. Doesn't Jack Harlow like older ladies?
Yeah, but he's doing it in this like really satirical like branding way. Like that's his brand. His brand is he's a rapper and he loves MILFs.
Young Gravy
But also doesn't Harry Styles love MILFs? Like everyone loves MILFs.
Yeah, everyone loves
fair.
MILFs. I don't know. Young Gravy is Walmart Jack Harlow, who is already like, Kohl's.
Can I tell you that I saw a clip of Young Gravy on TikTok and he was saying, he's like, I don't want to be a mega superstar. He's like, I don't want to be a mainstream artist. I don't want to sell out stadiums like Post Malone. And literally every comment was like, don't worry. It's going to be okay. Like, you don't have to worry about that.
You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. You're going to be gone in 10 minutes after the song and this MILF thing is over, which I will say to his credit, he has kind of strung this out. He's got a brand and he has used this. This song was popular like maybe last summer. So now here we are in winter, spring. He's stretching it out. I just don't think.
No, it's just the advertising cycle. I'm telling you, they probably booked him when he was relevant.
Oh, for sure.
And now it's live and he's getting credit for stretching out his tenure as someone on top.
I don't know. I just feel like this is the.
It just makes me really happy that I left advertising, if I'm being honest.
Got out
like it
makes
makes me happy that I have like a brand where I can do like cool new things and not be stuck in.
What about having Young Gravy for like a MILF shower cap?
I aim a little bit higher. My celeb endorsements tend to be A-list. But I genuinely think that like he's not on brand.
What list is Gravy on?
We're not really Walmart. We're more of like a Saks.
Yeah.
MILF lover.
He's like a D-list celebrity, if that. He's from Minnesota.
What A-list? You want Chelsea Handler?
Mm-hmm.
Issa Rae?
Mm-hmm.
Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Speak to him.
Young Gravy.
Bette Midler, I heard through the grapevine. AOC.
That's pretty cool.
Callback.
I feel like Young Gravy
probably
isn't there yet, but maybe in a couple years. You
guys are big in other countries, right?
Huge.
Yeah.
She's like the Gwyneth Paltrow of India.
Cool.
Huge. Yeah, I just think we need to.
I'm just trying to sell shower caps, you guys.
I know, it's very clear.
In,
you got a promo
day
code?
Out, hustle.
Listen, you're a visionary. You're a genius. You're an inventor. You're a beauty, and you've been a great guest. Thank you very much for joining our show.
Did I do good?
We're thankful to have you. You did phenomenal, as you always do.
Aww.
And
that's sweet. Isn't that sweet?
That is very sweet.
Are you pandering? You mean
me?
It? Yeah, or you mean it?
Never. I actually mean it.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. I'll give Jackie a little bit more credit. She came in almost blind. She almost had no clue what we were going to talk about. She sat down and she just hit it.
Listen, I'm a closer.
It was a little communication mishap on who was sending the topics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would never email another man's wife on Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. You're
well, you guys make it easy. You're so easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, it was very easy. Valentine's Day, advertising. This is your
it's my annual app.
Home run. Well, yeah. Happy
you
Valentine's
really do
Day.
have a good thing going. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Shout out to my Love Island water bottle.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't bring mine. That would have been cute. We have matching Love Island water bottles. Alexi.
That's awesome.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I think the show's over.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to spend a little bit of time with you on Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yep. See ya.
Oh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Let's go ride a bike with my wife. My wife's real young. My wife's real small. Let's go to the beach and play with a beach ball. Praise Jesus, God, and my wife. Let's go to the beach and ride a bike. Oh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Oh, I love my wife. She is so fine.